Oh, I didn't think it were going to pop up then. It was like, oh, it's gone to black. Hello, everybody. I've remembered the microphone. Yes. I thought I'd do that before I hit live, and then I wouldn't need to forget. And then everybody wouldn't need to shout at me, which is a normal procedure. Lovely to have your company. Our Mandy's in the building. Hi, love. We've also got our lovely creative magpie. We've got our lovely Sarah. We've got Julie. We've got Joanna, our Glasgow angel, Pat and Piglet. We've got our Samantha, our Sam, we've got Peg, we've got Jackie, we've got Julie, we've got Louisa. There's loads of people this evening already. Who else is that? Oh, Alison, I can just about see Julie, Elspeth, oh, my favourite name again, Anne, Vanessa, Alison, I think I've said you all, If I've missed you, then I do apologise. Sam, oh, it's lovely to have your company. Thank you, everybody. Our Mandy, oh, that's lovely, asking how our Mandy is. Merry Christmas! No, that looks really funny, Karina, actually. It's really lovely. But it makes me laugh because it's a bit of a typo. So you've put saving quitches, which I'm not sure if it is a typo, if quitches is a thing. If quitches is a thing, then I'd like to hear more about it. It sounds like the kind of thing I'm doing for solstice. You know what I mean? Like solstice, like, because and happy solstice, everybody. Happy winter solstice. I like winter solstice, but there's loads of things, isn't there? Like I follow the Glasgow witch, she's called, and she's really got one of those voices, you know, that you can listen to forever. And she's talking about the 13 nights and what to do. And honestly, I mean, it's a wonder the house is still standing, because it's like, oh, I need to burn a candle here and put this here and. My mum and Neil will be like, oh, what is she doing? I haven't burnt anything down yet. Hello there, Lillian. Hello there, Vicky. Hello, Brit. Lovely to have your company. Hi, Leslie. Oh, it's lovely to have your company, everybody. Isn't it Welsh? Is it a Welsh hug? Oh my gosh, is it a real thing? Oh my gosh, I thought it was a typo. Excuse me, that's so rude of me. Oh, Karina, is that a real thing then? Quitch, CWT. Oh my gosh, I'm going to write this down. That's such a good word. Oh, I do apologise. Get me, I thought you were just, your fingers were going funny. CW. Oh, where's it gone? TCH. Is that real? Oh my gosh, that's fabulous. Oh, I love that. You've introduced me to a new word. I follow her and the wee witch. Oh, I haven't followed the wee witch. I'll have to have a look. I was on the AI page all by myself. Oh, poor Lillian. We're here. I think which is unconditional love. Oh my gosh, this is such a good one. Oh, Karina, thank you. That's a nice new word. Oh, it's pronounced Kutch. Okay. Oh, I've heard of a Kutch. Yeah, but that's ace. Oh, and I love a good spelling that I had no idea. It's pronounced Kutch. Oh, thank you. Yeah, now I have heard of Kutch, but it's because I've not seen it spelt like that. Oh, Karina, thank you. I love that. We'll have to do some Welsh stamps. Hello there, Una. Thank you for joining us. Good evening, lovely Di. I can't hear you, Leon. It's obviously me back in the morning. Yeah, I've actually remembered tonight, Di, to put my microphone on before we went live. I'm learning, honest, I'm learning some lessons. Hello there, lovely Helen. Hello. We've learnt some. No, love given without conditions. Oh, that's so nice. Basically what your dogs do, isn't it? Like cats don't. The cats give you conditions, but dogs. You can't watch Gavin and Stacey. It's because, Julie, it's because it's spelt like that. I didn't know, like, they don't spell it out on Gavin and Stacey. They just say it. And that's why I didn't recognise it. But now I know. I was going to say, then Clay taught inspirations. Yes, Sam. It's not AI. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, no. Oh, I loved Gavin and Stacey, Julie. It was great, weren't it? Yeah, Cutch, little Cutch. Anyway, lovelies, how are you? I hope you're very, very well. It has gone super dark nice and early, hasn't it? But it's the last. It's the longest, which means it's going to get brighter. Hooray! I just want some snow, please. That'll tick all the boxes. What's occurring? It's saying there's so many wonderful sayings, isn't there, for Gavin and Gracie. Who's ready for Christmas? No, Maxine, I really am not. Or Trev, as you can see, and I actually got a jacket out for him because I was going to change his Christmas outfit but I forgot to bring it. But I will put, actually, he's lost his skirt, so his jumper, but it's okay, it's his modesty jumper. His modesty jumper means he's still looking okay, is our Trev. Still Christmasing it up. It's lovely to have your company, everybody. Yeah, I'm not sure who's ready for the crimbo, but yeah, I'm not. But it don't matter. Hanging out. Yes, Carol. Yes, I think he is. Ooh, lost the skirt. Ooh, getting ready for Christmas. He's had too many gins. Now then. Our loves. Got snow. Oh, have we? 30th December. Oh, that's so exciting. Apart from going down to hobby maker, but it'll be fine. That's so exciting, Sam. Oh, I love snow. I want snow. Looking at photos from last year because I were going to put a winter solstice thing post up, and I were faffing. And anyway, I was looking at all the photos from last year when it snowed, and it's like, oh, it's so beautiful. I just like it because it's pretty. Yeah, I know, right? Why do cartoon animals not have bottom clothing? I know, same. I think if Lola could, she would have bottom clothing, my dog, because she's like, go away from anything down there, thank you very much. Surya, thank you for joining us again. I hope I'm saying your name right. I know every time you come on, I go, oh, am I saying it right? But thank you for joining us. It's lovely to have your company. Oh, what have you cancelled, Lillian? Oh, what have you cancelled? Packing a bag. Have you cancelled Christmas, Lillian? Is that what you've cancelled? That's what it is. Right, my loves. I'm going to crack on because we've got a few things to show you. Now, Louisa, yes, you need a dog. Dogs are the best, aren't they? They're the best. But for cat people, cats are also the best. Now, for those of you joining us this evening, so we have got some deals for you. So first of all, we've got a couple of kits, and the kits that we've got for you, if I just spin my little camera, so these should be £14.99, but we've got a deal, and we've managed to get them to bring to you for £9.99. I love it. Everyone's cancelling Christmas. Well, you don't have to cancel it. Just do it in your own way. I mean, it's all a bit thingy, innit? It's like, just do the bits you like. Pick and choose the bits you like. You know, if you just like eating mince pies, that's it. That's all you need, you know. It is what you make. It is what you decide it is, don't you? Rats are actually the very best. I love that, Lucy. Yes, and go on then. We'll let you have that. Rats, cats and dogs. Yay! Rats, cats and dogs. Okay, so what we've got. Oh, Sue, I'm so pleased you received it. I'm so pleased, Sue. And I'm so pleased you loved it. Yay! So these are the kits, okay? So they're from Ranger, who obviously bring us all the Tim Holtz, etc., etc. So you know they're going to be nice quality. And what you've got is one kit that's about... and obviously that's mixed with ours. One kit that's got the beautiful powders in it with your perfect medium. So we'll talk about this. And then the other kit's about embossing powders. Now, these are brilliant starter kits, okay? Oh, I love mince pies, Julie. I love mince pies. These are brilliant starter kits. I'll go through what's in them in a few moments' time, but should be $14.99. These are just $9.99. Okay, so they're the two kits that we've got for you. First of all, and I will go through them in more detail in a few minutes, but I'll just tell you the deals we've got. We've also got some deals, and I know these don't look posh, but it's because we've then got deals on Wednesday stamps. Now, if you are new to Art Inspirations, you might not have seen our gorgeous Wednesday stamp, because Wednesday was our very first artist that we work with here at Art Inspirations. But we have got some of her beautiful, beautiful artwork. I love Wednesday. I just think she's such a talented lady, and her artwork is magnificent. You're seeing my dirty stamps. You're not seeing clean, shiny stamps. But I am going to be using these in this hour, okay? So we have got a deal on our Wednesday stamps. Now, it is only a 24-hour deal with these, okay? So it's not going to continue. We'll make sure it disappears again. I picked Wednesday because there's some really nice solid stamps that go so well with Perfect Pearls. And that's why I wanted to use these ones. Yeah, I love Wednesday. She's amazing. And I know you see a lot of people might not have seen Wednesday. So we've got a 30% off on all the Wednesday stamps, okay? Only 24 hours. The next lot of stamps that we've got a deal on are the our nature prints. Now, I've done something really stupid, and I've put my stamps in a safe place. I've put the box in a safe place now. There's the box. I cannot find, for the life of me, I can't find the stamps and the stencils, and I'm absolutely gutted, because the stamps will go so well with the Perfect Pearls, because these are the stamps. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Yeah, they are very well loved stamps, are Sam. I can't believe I don't know where I've put them, but I don't know. Maybe I've left them at Hobby Maker. Who knows? But we've got a discount off our beautiful nature print stamps. Now, the nature print stamps, these are the ones that are actually rubber stamps, okay? So they're made by Indigo Blue for us, and they're a solid rubber stamp. Really good quality. Oh, they're just, I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look good? That's a full stamp. So it's a big stamp, is that one. I think the rest of these ones are, oh, we've got more stamps. They're absolutely beautiful. I am so gutted I can't find these, because I really wanted to use these with the powders tonight, because these would go so well with the powders, but I cannot, for the life of me, find my stamps, so we're not doing that. But we have got a deal on these, okay? So, and that's the big stamp. Hold on. That's the big one. That is a full stamp. And these are literally prints that I made from, so that was a leaf that I did a print with and then made it into a stamp. So these are literal prints that I made into stamps, which means that's the stencil, which means they are proper nature prints. They're proper stamp thingies, leaves. So thingies. And I did them on red rubber because you can use them on different products. And obviously with red rubber, it takes all the heat. So you can do all sorts with the red rubber. Really tough stuff. And they do look, I mean, look at that. That's actually in clay, which is just so cool, and it feels cool as well. I mean, that looks so good in a frame, wouldn't it? Isn't that cool? So that's the deals, okay? So we've got our nature print stamps, we've then got our beautiful Wednesday stamps, and we've got the wonderful Ranger kits. So that's the deals for today. I want to take you through a few techniques with the Ranger kits, though, because if you've never played with these products, then it's a lovely way of getting them, because obviously the full kit, so it's always really handy. However, if you have got maybe some of the products before, maybe you're going to top up with the powders if you haven't got the colours. Maybe if you're liking the stencils, or maybe you're just going for it because it's a really good price and you do get a really good pen. Now, the first one, okay, this is the one that's got the Perfect Pearls. Now, Perfect Pearls, if you don't know Perfect Pearls, oh my gosh, this product, I remember when Perfect Pearls first came out, and honestly, that is years and years and years and years ago. Years ago. Once upon a day, like when mica powders, at first, when they first came out for us crafters, the big company was Pearlex. Do you remember Pearlex? And they were super expensive, gorgeous quality. And then we got Perfect Pearls. They haven't got any binding agent mixed in with it. And then obviously quite a few companies started doing the micas, but that's where I remember them starting. I mean, there might have been different companies as well, but that's definitely where I remember it starting, Pearlex and then Perfect Pearls. And oh my gosh, I remember first demonstrating with these and it being like, wow, they're so good. So you've got 3 tubs of your Perfect Pearls. So you've got the white pearl, the gold, and then that beautiful blush, which is gorgeous. I'll show you that. Oh, you have to dig out your Perfect Pearls. You've then got a soft brush, because when you're using your mica powders, your soft brush is absolutely the best. So you're getting a soft brush. We're using, obviously, mica. We've also got on the website indigo blue, the Luscious, because they were working exactly the same way, but Luscious powders have got the binding agent built in. And actually, I'm lying. They have got a binding agent built in. You just need water to activate it. That's how it works. It is in there, but you do need water to activate it. So you don't need to add any binding agent. I'm giving you the wrong information there. If I had a producer in my head, they'd have told me that. But thankfully, I've just got other voices that are my own. We've then got a pen. Now, when I first saw these kits, I thought that was a white pen. It isn't. It's a clear pen, which is brilliant because it's an embossing pen. So you can use it with your Perfect Pearls. You can use it with your embossing powders. It's a really handy bit of kit, is that one. I love that one. So we've got the wonderful pen. We've then got in this kit your Perfect Medium. Perfect Medium is a sticky ink. So obviously, if you've already got Versamark, it's going to work with it. If you've got an embossing ink, it's going to work with it. Perfect Medium is super sticky, so the powders don't go anywhere. So it's a really good ink for it. You've then got a little stencil, and the stencil has the hello, cheers and thanks, and then some detailed design, which is fabulous. And then, of course, you've got your instructions. Now, I love that you've got some instructions with this, because it just means if you are getting this as a beginner, or if you're getting it for somebody who's a beginner, it's easy, but it's super effective. So let me show you what they actually tell you what to do and how to do it. It also comes with tags. Sorry, you've also got some little black tags as well. I have a couple of Pearlex, yay. Chelsea, I tell you what, yeah, and they were super expensive, weren't they? Do you remember Pearlex were super expensive? Oh, but they were good, weren't they? They were really good. Now, look. So that's with our Wednesday stamps. So that's the cheers. Now, what makes this so good? That's with Wednesday stamps as well, and the stencil. What makes this so good is the shine, because you've got that beautiful shimmer and shine on black. It just pops, absolutely pops. That one is picking up. I wonder if you can see, look at the gold. Oh, so good. And that's lifting the ink out of the powder. And then the last one is actually watering it down and painting with it. So there's loads and loads of different things we can do with it. Let me show you, first of all, that's the first kit. Let me show you before I demonstrate what's in the other kit. So that's your Perfect Pearls kit. The second lovely kit that we've got for you, I like these as well because they are packaged perfect. So these are packaged right for gifts, aren't they? They're lovely. So this is your second one, which is your letterette. They're calling it letterette because obviously you've got the words in there. And this one, this is about embossing. So you've got, first of all, you've got your embossing powders. So in this one, you've got white, you've got navy, and then you've got gold. You've then got an embossing pad, which is just a clear embossing pad. You've then got that wonderful pen again, which I really like. I really like that. It's well good. You've even got an acrylic block, so a nice little acrylic block. You've got your stamps. So your stamps, because it's called letterette, you've got word stamps. So we've got, oh yay. We've got hello, thanks, happy, friend, happy friend, or happy birthday, or happy birthday, friend, congratulations, friend, hello, friend, fill it in. And I like that because it's nice and big, which is lovely. No, I've not seen these kits before. They're really quite nice, aren't they? They're really quite nice. And then you've got grey cardstock in this, and it's really nice quality cardstock. And of course, you've got instructions. So, again, really good basic kit. So if you're just starting heat embossing, this is brilliant. Of course, if you're starting heat embossing, you will need a heat gun. That is absolutely vital. We should have put heat guns on our website, Mandy. Why have we got any heat? We did have heat it tools, actually. I don't know if we've got any, but we did have some at some stage. So the kind of thing I've been doing, I've been playing actually, because I did that one because it's a really nice emboss. And that, the white, is all embossed. So all the doodling's embossed, but then I got carried away, and I'm going to show you this technique because I was really impressed with that. I was well chuffed with it because you can see it's embossed, but can you see it's blue embossed, white, and then white embossed? Hey, I was chuffed with that. I actually made a card. And I dug out some old graphic 45 paper. Yummo. Okay, so, I dare you, Carol. Beetlejuice, not scared. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's got the Beetlejuice going on. So that's the two kits, okay? Now, let's go through them. So your first one, I love, and they are really nice little kits of these because it does make it nice and easy. You know what I mean? And when you're demonstrating, when you're playing, you've got everything together, so it makes it super simple. Now, what I'm going to do, I've got a little tag, first of all, so I'm going to go on and use the Perfect Pearls one, okay? And I'm going to get a little tag. Now, I'm actually going to get cardstock to put underneath, as usual. And I will put, I'll put craft card underneath. Because let's face it, the powder, we can pick up the powder, we can do things with the powder. Oh, Carol, I don't know if I'm brave or just foolhardy. Tell you, it's funny actually. We were playing a VR game the other day when I went doing the workshop with our lovely Indigo Blue, and we were playing a VR game, and you walk off a plank, and like they were saying, oh, we don't walk off the plank, and I walked off the plank. And you do, it feels like you're falling. It was a bit like third time I did it, I was like, oh, I can't look down anymore. It does make me feel a bit funny. Now, I've already done one with thanks, actually. So I'm going to change this one. This one's going to be cheers. Cheers. So it's up to you where you put it. So how this works, the whole kit, how it works. So you've got your lovely little stencil. It does go across. Obviously, it goes better long ways, but I want it to go across. And then you've got your pen. So all you need to do is trace through the stencil. Now, of course, you've got, within this kit, you've got these stencils, but you can use any stencil. You could use, it's just a really nice pen. Obviously, you can use it freehand, you know. Think of all the stencils you've got that you can use it with, you know. And it's a nice little idea. Things like this are brill. You know, when you're not sure, you get a bit of your brain's like, don't know what we're doing today. Things like this, these little kits are great because they kind of give you prompts what to do. Now, obviously, it's like, can't see anything. But if I do that, you can see it. Now, what I'm going to do is fill in. So I'm just going to fill in the gap. Yeah, if you say it 3 times, he appears, and he's a bit of an annoyer. He's not someone you want to be appearing, really. This Mr. Beetlejuice. Not as bad as Candyman. Like, you know, you don't want Candyman to appear. Beetlejuice is quite chilled compared to Candyman. So now actually, that my C I've made a bit too long. I've actually messed this one up because I've made my C into an O. Look what I've done. Can you see? I've made it into a O here's. So I'm going to spin it round and do it on the other side and pretend that didn't happen. Because I don't like what I've done with that. I got a bit carried away with my loops. So I'm going to do it again, which is fine. Now, the reason I'm doing this, rather than just trying to fix the other side, is because it will remain sticky for ages. So even when it looks like it's dried, it's still sticky. So, which is brilliant because that's what you want. However, if you have made a mistake, it does stay sticky. So you can get away with it if you're careful because you can't really see it. So as long as you don't put your powder on, it's not too much of a deal. There we go. So you can see now. See? Good, isn't it? But now let me just have a think. Let's not get carried away. So I need this to come down like that. I'm going to leave that one so I don't make it a mess again. And I'm just linking. Now, you don't have to do this. You don't have to link them up. It looks good as it is. I'm doing it because, but, oh, actually, I am going to link that. See, there. Okay, I like that. That's enough. If you want, you can get really carried away because you can then start putting loops. You know what I mean? You can bring that round and do, shall we do it? Bring this round and do big loops. I'm going to regress it, aren't I? And let's do some dots. Anyway, right, stop playing. So, stop playing. I'll show you what I've done. So, if I do this one, look, can you see? And it is really good. That's so funny. Elspeth, that's so funny. I love that. I love that you move the mirrors. So, that's our first bit, okay. Now then, if you've not used Perfect Pearls before, so these are a mica powder. They react, they'll stick to this. So basically, they're going to stick to your ink as long as it's the sticky ink, okay. But they are water reactive as well. So we can use them with water. You don't want to use them with the wet glue because look, if I'm putting them on, so when you put them on, you pick the powder up with your brush, but then tap off the excess. So you're using hardly any powder, okay? And then you just popping this on, okay? I was going to bring my book from Angela and I went and forgot it. Oh, I'm well annoyed. I was going to use my book. Sorry, we got a lovely, lovely present from Angela, this beautiful book, and I was going to bring it tonight to work in it, and I've gone and forgot it. Well annoyed. So I'm now bringing my gold, and I'm putting my gold on as well. Now, again, I'm only putting a little bit. The reason you're using an ink for this, rather than a wet glue, because the next bit, see, look what I've done there. I have made a bit of a mess of that. Rather than, it's cool though, isn't it? So if it was a wet glue, this next bit, your glue would move. But because it's a flat glue, when you then go over with your brush, because now you're getting rid of any excess powder, and that makes this pop. If it was a wet glue, you'd just smear it. So you'd smear that everywhere. Whereas, as it is, look, isn't that cool? I love that. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice? So, dead easy to put it on. You've then got the stencil. Now, on the instructions, it tells you to get your ink pad and just go through the stencil with your ink pad. Personally, I'm not keen on that. That isn't my favourite way of applying it. I've been applying it with a little sponge. And then, because I don't feel I'm using as much ink if I use a sponge. because if I use my ink pad direct, I feel that I'll use loads and loads of ink on the stencil itself. And I've just put some on the top there. I'm then going to spin it and pop. And because it's a stencil, we can see where we're going. So, so again, think about all your stencils. I'm just squidging my sponge in. Like so. And then squidging that round like so. Right, are you ready? I love this because it comes to life. It just pops. You know, oh, anti-static bag. No, did I heck? I did think about it, but I can't remember where I've put it. So no, I haven't got an anti-static bag. No, but it'll be okay. It'll be right. Right, I'm using. Shall I use the white this time? No, I'm going to use the gold. I'm going to use the gold again because. Okay, so picking up the gold, and look, ain't it gorgeous? I'm going to zoom this in so you can see it. It does look proper nice. Look, doesn't it? It just pops. Doesn't that look good? I do love it. It never, ever, ever gets boring. It's just such a good product. And it's one of those that it's so ridiculously effective. Gosh, I remember demonstrating this and it'd be like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Because on black card, but have a go on other card. I mean, it's not just black. You know, you can use it on coloured cardstock. You can use it on white. It's just you don't get the same pop. But when you've got that, look at that pop. Isn't that good? Isn't that good? It looks so fabulous. Now, okay, once you've got it and you're happy with it, then you spritz. Oh, I forgot to tell you, you get a mini spritzer in the kit as well. So you've even got a mini spritzer. So with this, to set it, because as I say, it has got a move your powder. You don't want to spritz into your powder pots. So move those out the way. So it has got a fixative, but in order to make the fixative work, you need to activate it with water. So you literally just spritz it over the top. That will activate the fixative and then it won't move. Okay? So that's using the, and actually, I'll need to put a bit more water in here. I forgot to tell you I had one of these in. So that's using the stencil and obviously the powders as it comes in the kit. But of course we can use it with lots of different things. And I must admit, I was just going to put it on like a card and I thought it'd look really nice on a card, wouldn't it? Just like that. I thought that'd look really, really cool. But obviously the powders are going to work with other stuff. So let me get another piece of black card because it does look really good on black. I wonder what else have I got in my little stash. I have got some really nice blue as well. Let's use blue as well just to show you. Because now let's use it with stamps because this is where it just goes, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So I'm going to take, now I've been really naughty. I have no idea which stamp this one is. I really hope we've got it. I should have checked, shouldn't I? If I've got this one in because we might not have. In fact, we might not have that one. I know we've got the, yeah, I've done that thing where I've not checked 100%. I'm pretty sure we've got the T one. I'm pretty sure we've got that. I went and dug these out and then forgot to check. I am terrible, you know. I'm terrible. And I'm sure we've got these flower ones. I'm nearly sure. Okay. Yes. Beautiful on craft card as well, are Julie? Absolutely. Yeah. So let me show you, right? So I'm taking the beautiful stamps and these are the Wednesday stamps. So you can use any stamps. You can use all sorts. But obviously we are other kit. We do get a little thingy, a little stamping block. And then we get our perfect medium. Now, of course, we can use our perfect medium with our stamps. So let's just start building this up. So I'm going to pop my little stamp and I'm going to do this along sideways. So I'm going to do a little bit of stamping first. Okay. Because I love that stamp. I think it's really cool. And then I might do my hello. And with the hello, I'm going to have it. In fact, I'm going to put colour on this first, okay? So I'm going to put, no I'm not, I'm going to use my pen first. Right, so let's just make sure I haven't got water on this because I went and spritzed it. So I've put my perfect medium on. That means that's going to stay wet, so I don't need to worry about it. I'm then going to use my pen with that hello. And I do rather like that hello. I like a good hello. Hello. And then just drawing through the stencil. Again, very easy. Very easy. I mean, you could use doodling, could do all sorts with this. I am going to finish that hello. There we go. Again, you can't see much, but then, whoop, yay, there it is. Okay, and then just I'm going to fill in those gaps. Now, you need to fill in the gaps, you need to sort of see the shine, you know what I mean? So you need to kind of dip down a bit so you can see the shine. And my hand, I do get a little bit of a wobble on. If you're getting a bit of a wobble on, don't bother filling in the gaps because it's not necessary. Or I just turn it into little, sorry, that's a bit croaky. Turn it into little features if it gets a bit of a wobble on, like I have there. I've got a big wobble on there. There, okay. Croaky. And then, are you ready for this to spring into life? Hello, lovely Joe. Lovely Joe, lovely to have your company. Let's use the beautiful white, okay. Again, making sure it's no powder left on. Pick up the powder, tap off the excess, and this is the best bit, because look at that just spring into life. How cool is that? It's like, oh my gosh, doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look good? And obviously, you can mix your colours. So I'm just squidging that in. Now, where the ink looks really wet, if your ink looks too sort of wet and you don't want to move it, then just squidge the powder into it. With your brush, the same brush, and I'm just literally picking it up, tapping off the excess, and then kind of working it into, I must admit that blush colour is gorgeous. It's like a pinky copper tone. It's absolutely stunning. And I'm just pushing that colour into the powder, like so. Now, again, dusting off the excess. Now, I'm doing it with the brush. You can do it with a soft cloth. Make sure it's a nice, clean, soft cloth. But you can do it with a soft cloth. I have got ink where I didn't need it to be on this one, which I didn't do on my original. Look at that. I wonder what I've been doing. Why is it when I demo I get messier? Isn't it funny? Yes, they would, Sam, you're right. The ink and earth would be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. They are really quite interesting. The way it works, it is gorgeous. But then, so with my beautiful stamps, okay, so we've got our gorgeous hello, and then let's pick up some of the stamps. Let's decide where I want the stamps. So I'm going to take one of my gorgeous flowers, and now what I'm going to do is stamp it again. So this time I'm going to take the flower. Now when you start inking up with these light presses, don't put lots of pressure on, just a nice light press. And I'm going to go along the side of that. So I'm just watching where I'm going, and I'm going to go in from the bottom of the H. So it's going to kind of work along the bottom of the H. So go from there, and then it's going to cut into that. And at the minute you can't see it. But if I bring in the gold powder, tap off the excess. It is good fun, you know. I've done this with kids as well in past, like workshops with kids, and they love it. Because it's just like a wow, it's got the wow factor. And then look. Now I'm experimenting. So it's like, it's one of them, it's like, does that work? Is that nice? But I love the layering. So I think that looks quite fabulous. Now look at that, look at the layering. Doesn't that look cool? It layers beautifully. Now let's take it on the other side. So we've got that down there, and I love the gold over the top. I think that looks magnificent. Magnificent. And then, these have got some really nice little leaves. They've got little leaves. They've got little flowers in. So they're such good kits. You can do all sorts with these. So they're beautiful stamps. Anybody who hasn't seen the Wednesday yet, and have a look. The other nice thing, right? So I've got like blotches where I've no idea how I've got the blotches. I've no idea where they've come from, but the stamps are brilliant for filling in. So where you've put your blotches and it's like, oh, got dirty bits everywhere, use your stamps to hide it. So I'm just inking up again. And then my blotches, let's just cover my blotches up like so. Again, I know you can't see much at the minute. I've got a little flower. And when you're doing this, when you're stamping it, you just sort of angle it to the side to see where you are and to see where you've stamped. If you can't, if it's like, right, I can't see, in fact, I should have done what I'm going to tell you to do. If you can't see where you're going, rather than stamp, and I'm going to do it here, rather than do my next stamp, do your next layer of powder, okay? Because on this one, can you see, I've put that a bit too close to the leaf, see? So, I would have been better building it up. There we go. Now, I'll just do one more stamp because I don't want to spend too long on this because I've got other things to show you. But I kind of want to do one more stamp on this one just down here because you can layer it. So like I did with this one, you can layer. So it is better stamping and then putting the powder on rather than doing all your stamping first, because at least then, like with that, you can see where you're going, which is much better. Now, obviously, look at it cool. It's so cool. Now, obviously, brilliant for your powder. It sticks to your ink pad beautifully. But the other thing you can do with it is paint with it. So, for instance, we've got that. What if we wanted to? In fact, let's pop, shall we do it on this one? We'll do it on this one just because. So we've got, and I'm going to take the lid for this, and I'm going to put a little bit of powder into the lid. Now remember these, it's water that actually activates these. Hold on a minute, where's my water brush there? That actually activates the sealing agent, if you will. Yeah, it is like a Versamark. Yes, it is precisely. It's not sticky like glue, it's tacky. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It's not a glue pad as such. Exactly like Versamark, exactly that. So same idea. Same. Exactly the same. So with this one, so the actual agent that's in here, so it will be sealed, is activated with water. So of course you can paint with them. So for instance, with this bit now, if I wanted to paint over the top of this, I could do. I'll probably do this and then hate it. So if I fall out with it, that might happen. But I just want to show you. So I'm going to just go over the top just to paint like so. Cool, isn't it? And obviously, I mean, it paints, look at that. It's a beautiful pearlescent metallic paint. Isn't that just gorgeous? And painting with it, let me just lift that up. See, now, painting with it is different to using it as a powder. Like you can see the powder shimmer is more intense than painting with it. But you can build it up, you can layer. So you can still make it, I mean, you can make it super intense if you want by painting it. So you've still got that choice. But it's just gorgeous. And it's a mica. I mean, if you use your Luscious powders, same, works in the same way. You're just looking at the colours and looking at the gorgeous tones And I'm just going to pop a little bit in here. Thing is as well with this, you can mix it. So with your any kind of mica powders, if you've got plain embossing powder, you can mix it with your plain embossing powder. You can mix it if you've got a gel medium, you can mix it with a gel medium. You know, so if you've got a plain paint, so if you've got white paint, you can mix it in with a white paint. There's so many things you can do. When you've got a powder, you've got so many options, you know, so many different ways of working with it. I'm going to stop because I can feel I'm going into play mode now. I love that blush colour. I think that's beautiful. See, I'm definitely going into play mode. So I definitely need to walk away. Clean your brush off. Just make sure you clean your brush. But isn't that just beautiful? Look at the gold. Did you hear my stomach rumble? Isn't that just lush? Lush. So now I'm hoping I remember to do everything I was going to do. So in this kit, obviously you should let them dry before you put your lid on, because if the powder sticks to that, well, it's wet, that's it. Your powder is going to stick to it. However, saying that, when that dries, if you put water back on it, you can reactivate it. So, you know, you don't think that once that's dried out, that's it. You can reactivate it. Yes, on your gel plate. You can definitely put it on your gel plate and you can create some stunning effects on your gel plate. Yeah, it looks really, really cool. So yeah, it's such a good product. Spritz over the top, that seals it. So then when you come to touch it afterwards, when it's dry, it's not going to move. Now, that's your first kit, okay? So that's that one. Obviously, we've got that one at the moment for £9.99. Should be £14.99, but we've got that for £9.99, and that's the one with your perfect pearls in. So that's your first kit, the little stencil, the little tags, your instructions, your spritzer, your mini spritzer, or your pulverizer. I love that. Your pen as well, which would be really, really good. Mask off the top and say, make it more like, hello, like, oh, I'm not sure what you mean. Evening, Aunt David. Mask off the top. Yes, where's the yellow? Yeah, I get your drift. That one. Yeah, that rather than having that funny little wobbly bit. Yeah, because it looks like it should be more of a defined wobbly bit, doesn't it, that one? I've sort of filled the rest of the O in when I've been filling the rest of the bits in. But yeah, I know what you mean. I think it looked good as a masking it off or just fill it in. Now, that's your first kit. Okay, let me just pop these away. And then, next kit. So, the next little kit that we've got, again, brilliant for beginners. Brilliant for, just for the little bits, because there's loads of little bits in here that are a really good price. And it's just a nice little kit. Again, great if you're starting out stamping. So you're going to get in here, you're getting your stamping block, which is handy. You get your grey card, which is lovely. Your 3 embossing powders, the navy, the white and the gold. You've also got your ink pad. So there's a little ink pad, there's instructions, and then a little set of stamps. Oh, for a tenner. That's all right, isn't it? That's okay. Now, stamping and embossing. As we all know, stamping and embossing is, if you've tried stamping and embossing, it is seriously cool because it's always got that wow factor. The reason they've done this, and in the instructions, what they tell you is you can just take your gorgeous stamp. So let's get that beautiful birthday. Although my brain's going, I want to use friend. Friend, I want to do the friend. Get your embossing ink. And with the embossing ink, light taps. Because it's a foam, so if you over ink, you can go round the edge, you can go round the stamp, and that might mean you over ink. So nice light taps, and then stamp. So we're going to pop this in the centre of the card. Okay. And you can see where the ink is because well, it works as a watermark. And this card is gorgeous for the watermark effect. The watermark effect, which of course Versamark do, it stains the card. So it gives you a darker finish on the card, which I love. Now, really simple embossing. So take your beautiful embossing powder. Now, basic embossing, you just go over the top, okay? Which is gorgeous. However, we can play with our embossing powder. So if I've got a scrap of paper, okay, so I'm going to do this first of all, and then shake it off that way, okay. So I've put the line of paper, and then I've shook it off that way. So the embossing powder doesn't go onto this side, okay. There are easier ways of doing this. I didn't bring my anti-static pad. Your anti-static pad, if you don't know what that is, you normally go over the cardstock and it stops the embossing powder sticking where you don't want it to stick. Of course, I never use it because I forget. I never did use it. You know, I'm terrible, but I never did. Now, that side's covered, so I'm not too worried about that side. This side has still got sticky ink. Your sticky ink will stay open for a nice long time. By open, it means it doesn't dry out. So it means our powder's going to stick to it. Okay, so this one's going to have half and half. So we've got half gold, half blue. And then pop the powder in there. And then let's heat emboss. Heat embossing never gets dull. I have got a hair. That was a hair. That's annoying, isn't it? Or a bit of fluff. Right, okay. So, heat embossing. When you're heat embossing, stay up. Got a bit of fluff there as well. Stay on your, stay on the part of it and let it melt. I should have got some tweezers for this because this gun is hot. Let it melt before you move. Okay, there we go. I can see it going. Don't know if you can see it going. Once it's melted, then you move. Okay, so that, oh, that's so nice. It is lovely powder, is this? It's beautiful. Let it move, but don't waft. Don't waft your gun. If you waft your gun, you're not in control. That looks so pretty. Let me show you. And I love, look. I love where there's just a bit of gold gone into that blue. Don't know if you can see it. Just a bit of gold. Half rice, half chips. Absolutely. Half and half. What a time to join. We're half and half in it. Ah, Glynis. Half and half. Doesn't it look good, that? And it's proper easy. Proper easy. What's the one I'm using? I'm using the embossing powder. So this is the embossing powder from the second kit. So it's the blue, that beautiful blue, and the gold from that second kit. And it's just on the grey cardstock. Really, really easy. Super easy, our lovely Lillian. And if you haven't embossed before, these are cracking kits actually. Because it's easy and because it tells you what to do. You will need a heat tool though. You can't do your embossing. I mean, you can do your embossing. I started heat embossing without a heat gun. I used to use, I'm going to turn that top one off. I used to use wallpaper string thingy. Oh, wallpaper thingy. Paint stripper. I used to use a paint stripper. I'm using the Heat It tool. That's the one I've got. We did have this on the website. I'm not sure if it's still there, but we used to have the Heat It. If we haven't, I'll make sure we get some in because it's a really good heat gun. Is this? It's slower, but it is feisty actually. It gets hot, but it's got a really nice big surface and it's quieter. But if you've got a normal heat gun, use that. It will still work. Sorry, I'm just going to have a bit of water. Bear with. That's better. Yeah, brilliant if it's brand new. Brilliant. Now, the other thing it shows you in the instructions, because you've got that pen, it shows you that obviously you can doodle. So if you take the pen and it's done little balloons, so let's do some little balloons. So we'll have the little balloon coming up like this, like so. That's a rubbish balloon, Leona. We'll have the next little balloon coming up like this. That first balloon was a really skinny, rubbish balloon. That were one of them where it's like, put a bit more effort into that bit. That's a rubbish balloon. That were like 50p for a pack of 100, wasn't it? Off Temu. There we go. We'll pop that one there. My balloons are terrible. Let's do one more balloon then. And hopefully this one won't be as bad. Be bigger, Leonie. Go bigger. Well, whatever. And then we'll do some dots. Maybe I'm not going to be drawing balloons anytime soon. Right, and this is why they've put the pen. Okay, so with this one, I might still do gold with this because I like the gold. I could do white. Oh, shall we do white? Let's do white, and then you can see the other colour. So I'm dumping it all over. Tap off the excess. Give it a tap. If you've got loads of powder where you don't want it, get a little paintbrush. Be careful, I'm using the same paper. It is actually an idea, if you're using white embossing powder, to use a different paper. Don't do that. Because, can you see, I'm getting bits in mine already, which I do all the time. Lovely Kathy! Hi there, lovely Kathy. Are you having a fabulous, fabulous time? Oh, I hope you're having the best time at your sister's. I bet it's absolutely gorgeous. Bitter cold, but I bet it's gorgeous. I'm rummaging because I'm looking for... I did see on my desk, some tweezers, but now I can't see them. I'll find them again. I'll literally find them as soon as the live's over. And then let's heat and emboss that. Okay. Stole a bag of Dots pretzels from a stocking. Peg, that's so funny. That's so funny that you're raiding your Christmas presents. Oh, that's brilliant. I have to go and replenish. At least it's only a bag of pretzels. It could have been worse, couldn't it? Could have been way more expensive, could that? There we go. And see, the white is wonderful. So that's just embossing. Obviously, easy peasy, okay? Easy peasy. Embossing powder. Super, super simple. However, I wanted to show you a technique. And that's why they've put the pen. They've put the pen so you can do the drawings. So you can do doodling. So you could choose what you wanted to do and add things to it, okay? But I wanted to share a little technique that I quite liked. So I've got my my cardstock. Now, on this one, I did use the stamps that they've got in this collection, okay? Because obviously I thought that was beautiful. But I might use, mashallah, will this be more difficult? It will be more difficult, but let's try it, shall we? I'm going to use this. It will be more difficult, but let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, so how I've done this technique. Okay, so I've taken the stamp, first of all, and I'm using one of our thingies, or Wednesday stamp. So just remember, we have got a deal on the Wednesday stamp. This one is, it's time for tea time. And then, obviously I'm using a bigger block because this is a bigger stamp. And I'm just going to use the little ink pad that you get in with this. And just ink the whole thing up. And I went in a bit heavy then, actually. Okay, so I'll just ink that up and hope I've inked it properly. I can see the ink on there, so that's fine. Just going to go over again, just to be sure. Super. And then, what I'm going to do, okay, is, let me just remember how I did this. How did I do this? I did it this way. So I put down, before I did it, I put a little bit of tape. Now, this is low tack tape, okay? What I'm going to do is take off as much adhesive as I can in the centre, okay? And I'm going to put low tack tape on there first. Right, I'm trying to remember how I did it. Oh, let me just move this so you can see it. Okay, my camera's very high up today and I don't know why. And then I've stamped over the top of it. Okay, I'm going to do it about there, like so. So, press down and hope we've got all that ink transferred. I'm going to move the camera out a little bit. Hey, hello, Neil. Oh, I tell you what else I forgot. I forgot to bring my lovely Secret Santa as well that I received. I'm terrible. Not only have I not got round to doing my Secret Santa yet, I forgot to bring mine in to show you. Terrible. Right, now, what I'm doing. I know there's tape still on there, but I'm going to take my embossing powder and pop this over the top, and I'm going to use the blue and the white again actually, because it did look really nice. I'm not going to bother covering it because you can just move the powder along. I haven't stamped this very straight, but again, that's okay. Okay, tapping off the excess like that, and then let's tidy that bit up. Always tidy it up before you get your heat gun out. I wanted to do this technique because I thought, oh, that's quite nice. And then now, carefully remove your tape. And this is why it needs to be super low tack, because when you're removing that tape, if that's too heavy, if the tape's too sticky, then it'll pull all your embossing powder off, okay? Which is why you want to remove it nice and gentle. It needs to be super low tack. And then I'm going to emboss this. So heat emboss it first. I really wish I'd have found my tweezers. It's really annoyed me where I've put them today. I bet. Are they over there? Oh, I don't normally use tweezers. My mother's got like asbestos fingers. She don't feel heat. It is hilarious, you know. She'll hand you some. I had a mulled wine the other day and I'd put it in a glass. And I tried to hold the glass and I was like, oh, good grief. And my mum like, oh, can I have a sip? So, and she literally just got the glass. And I was like, oh, just be careful, it's really hot. Seriously, she didn't even feel it. It's so funny. Have you got 2 for 2 in your head now? It's good at this one, isn't it? And this one, when we first brought this out, it was so popular. It was so popular. Right, this powder, this blue is beautiful. It's such a nice colour. I tell you what though, I've got 2 layers of clothing on and my radiators and I'm standing under a heat gun. You don't need it. I'm boiling. I'm absolutely boiling. Yes, I know. I need to put a picture in the group as well. Look at that blue on that grey. Isn't it nice? Now, okay, next. So let me just make sure, before you do anything, make sure it's cooled. Because you don't want to, and I've done this so many times. It's been nice and molten still, and I've stuck my thumb in it so many times. What it's doing is, it's melting the powder. So, and I might as well melt that bit as well. So, if until it cools, until the powder cools, you can still impress in it. So it means that you can stick your thumb in it and get a thumbprint. Which, granted, you know, you're signing your card in the best way possible, but it's proper annoying. This isn't necessary. This is just me being a weirdo, because it's like, if I like it, I could use that, you see, because I'm freezing. Hiya! Oh, hi, Lillian, you need to come here. I'm absolutely roasting. I'm so roasting. Get your heat guns out. Right, okay, so the next stage. What I want to do this time is just cover this bit. Now, this isn't necessarily that important, but. So I'm covering this bit, okay. and I'm going to cover, there we go, that bit. I can still see a little bit of the where I've stamped, right? And then take my stamp again, so it's kind of this central bit that I need. I'm not inking the full thing. Now this is a very low tack tape, so it doesn't really want to hold it in place. So I'm not inking the full thing. If I ink the full thing, then I'm going to get ink all over this. I definitely do not want that. In fact, what I am going to do is clean that stamp, which I know is quite unheard of, but I am going to clean the stamp. If you do get embossing powder where you don't want it, because you've already embossed over the other bit, you can just brush it off. So it's not a big deal. It's only a big deal, really, when you've heat embossed it. You know, once you've heat embossed it, it's there, it's stuck. So just bear that in mind. So it's that central panel that I'm going to put my ink on. So I'm just inking up that central panel. I mean, there's no point me doing loads of ink because I'll waste it. So it's just about there, right? Perfect. Bit more. You do tend to find, because it's clear embossing powder, you don't trust it as much, which is funny. It's like, oh, can't see. Now this is where you'll probably see my head, because now what I'm going to do is just hover over and make sure I'm going on the same bit. So I'm hovering over the little plate, I'm hovering over the top bit there, and just making sure I'm going in the same bit. It's only that middle section that really I'm aiming for, okay? 9 p.m. is switching electric blanket on time, that's lovely. I don't use electric blanket, I used to love electric blankets when I was a kid. There we go, peel that off, so it's down there. Now, could do with a bit more ink on, but I'm gonna let that lie. Let it lie. And then, pop this on. Now this time, I'm actually gonna take these off. Last time I left them on, but I'm gonna take them off. And then just using the white embossing powder and a little bit of white in that middle band. Now, obviously, when I did this one before, I did it with the word stamp, and I really like that. But I wanted to change it up. I wanted to mix it up and use a different stamp. So, just to see what it looked like. But that's the lovely thing about craft, isn't it? You want to experiment. You want to see what things look like and how they change. Now, because I didn't use an anti-static bag, if there is bits that are, turning that top light on, if there are little bits of powder everywhere where I don't want them to be, like on that flower, now dust it off. So before you get your heat gun, this is where you start dusting off powder where, if you don't want it to be on that particular bit. I quite like this bit. Where it's blending into that saucer, I kind of like that. I think that's really nice. Okay, and now heat emboss again. Let me just see if my tweezers are over here. It's really annoyed me. I never use tweezers, but I saw them the other day and I thought, oh, there they are. And now I can't find them again. When I want them, I can't find them. Okay, and then heat emboss. Now, when I did this with the word, I did think it looked really good because it looks effective because it's the word. With this one, it's like, well, let's see if it looks as effective. But that white with the blue, I think looks beautiful. There we go. So that's nice and quick. And then what I'm going to do, again, allow it to cool. So, so you can see that line, which I think looks fabulous. Okay, now I'm going to take my stamp and pop that away. And then I'm going to take, obviously when this is cooled, I'm then going to take my block and the pen and I'm going to pop a little line. So where the line is, I'm going to take the pen and actually pop a proper line in situ. Now on my other one I did this in white, but I don't know, I'm tempted to do it in gold. And that's where I put my message, you see, in that middle section. I do it, I'm going to do it in gold. I don't know if it'll look nice, but I'm going to try it. Okay, so I'm popping that there, and then just popping a bit of gold. And it just shows how you can layer your powders. So it shows how you can split your powders, how you can decide where you're putting your powders, but then how you can layer your powders. And it can give you some really cool effects. I mean, embossing powder, there's so many different techniques. There's so many different ways of using them. You know, there's easy techniques, there's ones that take ages. It's just amazing. There's so much you can do. So now, heat embossing this. Oh, and that gold just pops. Which is beautiful. Once your heat gun's warmed up, it embosses beautifully because it's so quick. Now, look, can you see your sections? Doesn't that look cool? And now our little sentiment, and I've actually got a little sentiment. I do believe this is, I don't know what this is. I think these, I'm not sure which this is. But this little sentiment. You've obviously got sentiments in your stamps, but I've put, is there any of these that I want in here? Not really, not really. Oh, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do a little word. Just going to put hope. And maybe hope's a good one because maybe you'll read good. Maybe you'll read hope in your tea leaves. Sending your hope with a brew. But look how cute. A little sentiment just in the middle. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not sure about that. But there. Aren't they magical? Look how good that looks. But maybe, see, my little hope in the centre. That looks cute. That looks cute. I do like that, actually. It just needs a little bit of ink around the edge to pop that on. Let me just get, I'll show you. So, a little bit of ink. You can, of course, emboss it. You can go around the edge. I wouldn't waste some at this small. But you can always emboss around the edge of your card. There we go. Just a little bit of card in there. Like so. Me and Mandy have been doing our plans for February, which are all looking exciting, aren't they, Mandy? We've got loads of plans. Loads of plans. I'm quite excited about it all. And then, now in the actual stamps, you have got some good stamps. Got some good sentiments. We did. What does that one said? How do I love tea? Get it? Let me count the ways. Let's have a big cup of positivity. Do you get it? I wrote them. I was very impressed. That's on the tea stamps. I was very impressed. But now I should have used an anti-static bag because I'm afraid there is embossing powder all over the place. But, you know, we're amongst friends, so we're not going to judge. But look at that. Doesn't that look good? Isn't that good? I love that. I love that. Oh, I don't know what that is, David. A tube with gold and black lines, I bought a reel of each. What a reel of gold and black lines? What are they though? Putting it, oh my God, it brings you on your car. Oh, that's a bit good, isn't it? That's a bit exciting. Oh, Lillian, what we're planning? Well, we're planning different things like through the week, you know, different highlights. We're also planning competitions. I'm not going to tell you yet. But yeah, we've got loads. We've got loads of plans. So I'm hoping there'll be something really exciting. But doesn't that look cool? Obviously, you have to put it together. That's the one I did put together. And I put the sentiment in the middle because I thought that looked really cool. I must admit, I really like that with just the hello. I think that looks really quite cool. But I do like it split on that as well, just because it's a really nice way of using your embossing powder. And of course you can use your embossing powder with the pen. The pen is brilliant for your embossing powder. It's really cool because it allows you to doodle. You know, it allows you to do all sorts of stuff. And when you've done that, you can then come and colour in with your beautiful perfect pearls, because your perfect pearls on that gold, on that grey card, will look gorgeous. So like where you've got this, where it's dried, again, you just water, a little bit of water, and that just comes back to life. So, and you can easily colour in, oh, perfect pearls, you can easily colour in, there we go. And it's great colouring over embossing powder, isn't it? Because it helps you stay in the lines. You don't need to be perfect, which is very good for me, because I am not, when it comes to colouring in, what I am not is, oh, that bugs me. That bugs me. Where I've gone and blobbed it there. Let me see if I can get it back into. And it's only a little bit. It's not a big deal. But, you know, all the same. Just make sure you clean your brush off. That, because it's been mixed with water, it won't need activating, because that's done it. Okay, there you go. And can you see? Coloured in now. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't that good? So you've got your embossing kit, which I'm really pleased with that, which is lovely. And that, you see, now this colouring in, shall we do the white? What shall I do with the, shall I colour it in with the white or the gold? I'm really loving that gold. Or, just do it. Or should I do it with the white? Do it with the white. It might be more classy, Leonie. Try and be classy, girl. Let's pop a little bit of powder in this. I was going to stop, but now I've started colouring in. There we go. Bit of white powder. Like so. Yes, you could, Andrea, you could. So using the white pen, the pen directly on each one, you could. And then build it up. I mean, what you would have to do, if you were doing that, you'd have to stamp each one individually though. Because obviously, you know, the probably, how would it best, yeah, you'd have to do it individually. But you could do it, it's absolutely possible. I would though, if I were doing that, I'd probably, I mean, you could mask it off and only put, you know, like I did the first one where I sort of masked off half of it, or get an alphabet stamp and do each letter individually. That's probably your easiest. But yeah, it's absolutely possible. See, colouring in over embossing powder's ace, because you just go over lines and it kind of pushes everything off the lines. It's like a resist. It's just so good because it's easy peasy. There we go. That's your over the top there. Let's colour that handle in as well, because that's nice. Colour that in a little bit like so. And then let's just make sure there's no drips. You don't want a drip going in there because that's going to solidify it. Let's just get back on. I have, this one is mucky because I didn't use my anti-static bag, and I can see there's embossing powder everywhere where I don't need it. Oh, it's just so ridiculously easy to colour in. And it's a really nice, your mica, it's the same with the Luscious, which we have got on the website. So if you haven't used your mica before, we've also got Luscious, which works in exactly the same way. But it's so effective to colour in. I'm just literally whipping over the top. Like that. And then maybe a little bit over there as well. And am I done? I think I'm done. Oh, one more little leaf there. Kind of don't want to be done. I like colouring. You know when you just want to keep colouring in because it's really nice and it looks really effective. Look, isn't that good? Look at the colouring. See, doesn't it work beautiful? I want to get the pink out now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be really good and not get the pink out as well. Just take off the excess. So if there's any excess, once it's dried, just go over the top. Oh, but don't do that. That's smudged it. Don't smudge it onto your cardstock. It's not a big deal. If you do smudge it onto your cardstock, reactivate it with the water while you've got time before it dries, and then you can get rid of it. Pretty, innit? Pretty. Oh, I hope you like that, everybody. That is that for this evening. So, your two main kits. Nice, easy kits. Great beginner kits. Great colours. Great prices. So, 10 quid for both of them. £9.99 each, obviously. A few special and extra bits. Embossing will blend in. Yeah, just add more embossing powder. Blend it in. That's our kits, and then of course we've got the wonderful Wednesday, and with the Wednesday we have got 30% off the beautiful Wednesday collection, and our gorgeous nature prints. We've also got money off the nature print collection. Sorry, I've suddenly got the hiccups. I have got the hiccups. Oh my gosh, blooming lovely. Thank you, our Pam. Blooming lovely. So if you do, I tell you what I can show you whilst you're there, because I've got these. Let me just show you these. Let me show you some of these, because one of my favourite ever things to do with Wednesday. Look, Wednesday stamps. No, sadly, no gin. How rude. See, that's Wednesday stamps. Isn't that just beautiful? Isn't that just beautiful? Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Love it, love it. I wonder, Alison, I bet some of these are yours, kid. You never know. These are Arizwanas. But if you would like any of these, we do have money off these as well. So please do have a look at the website. That's one of yours, Alison. Look. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's Christmas, isn't it? Before I do another live, which is bonkers. I can't believe it. I do believe me and our abs are doing something Boxing Day. That's what we were chatting about last week. So I do believe we will be doing that. Obviously, we will be back with you next Sunday. So I hope you'll be able to come and join us there. And of course, as ever, thank you ever so much for all your company. It's Christmas. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh wow, happy Christmas. Let me just get rid of that one for you. Happy Christmas. Have a lovely time. Of course, Christmas. If it's a rubbish one, Christmases can be bleh, okay? If it is a bleh, it's just a day. It's okay. The day after, it's not Christmas anymore. So it flies. Forget about it. It's just a day. And we'll all be here for you. I was going to do a live Christmas day, but I'll see. You never know. We might come on just to say hello. But I no promises with that, just in case I can't be bothered getting up. Who knows? I'm going to my mate's Christmas Eve, so you never know. But have a lovely time, or have a peaceful time. And yeah, thank you ever so much, everybody. Right, I better get off. I've got loads to do this evening. I can't remember what else I'm doing this week at all. Can't remember. But we will be back next Sunday. That's the important bit. That's all you need to know. Next Sunday isn't the 31st, is it? When's the 31st? Because I'm on Hobby Maker at 31st. So if next Sunday's Hobby Maker, anyway, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let you go while I go sort my life out. Thank you ever so much, everybody. A very Merry Christmas from myself and Mandy, and thank you ever so much for all your wonderful support, keeping us company, making friends. You know, I think this is lovely, isn't it? It would be nice to do a little thingy, wouldn't it? A little live Christmas day just to say hello. Saddest balloons I've ever seen. Just seen that. That's hilarious. Yes, they are. They were rubbish balloons. Okay, everyone, you take care, and we will see you very, very shortly. Oh, loads and loads of lovely messages. Thank you, everyone. Merry, Merry Christmas. Take care, everyone. And yeah, we will see you on t'other side of Christmas. Ooh. Oh, Father Christmas is good to you. All right, everyone, I'll stop chunnering on. Thank you ever so much. Night, night.